Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Miss Marvel Episode 5, titled Time and Again. The Bangle reveals to Kamala secrets about her family lineage, as well as the truth behind the veil. Now, this is the shortest episode of the show so far, coming in at 41 minutes. Whereas it was episode 3 and 4's 48 minutes as the shortest. But episode 5, so far in all these shows, has been where everything gets revealed. Like, episode 5 was the penultimate episode. This would be the equivalent of the going through Scarlet Witch's memories from WandaVision. This would be the Void episode of Loki. This would be the Ultron Infinity episode of What If, and so on and so forth. This is the one that sets up everything that's going to happen in the final episode. So if it follows the same suit, there's going to be some very twist revelations in this episode, and judging from the thumbnail, I can already guess what one of them is. However, this show has also been subverting a lot of my expectations, so who knows, maybe this will just be a straightforward episode. I guess we'll find out in 3, 2, 1. Subtitles are down here so you can sync up your video with mine. Ow. So, obviously, everything in this episode is going to be about that night with Sana and Aisha. During the partition. Also, there's only, 2, 3 clandestines left? Were there 4 or 5? I can't remember, but because Waleed took one out with himself, and the Red Dagger, I forget what his name is, took out Adam, so ooh. It's got the glitches from an old film reel as well. Okay, that was a interesting way to start the episode. Exactly. Sometimes a peaceful protest is mercy. It doesn't mean they're weak. It means they'd rather prove them that they're better. Well, not really prove that they're better, prove they're not as bad. But, well, even as we saw in the opening, that's not how it goes. Is that the great grandfather? I am not a human. What you seek is seeking you. The engraving on the bangle. Let me guess, that was Najma watching from a distance. Every time the camera pans out, it's someone watching. Something's going to happen. Oh, she just straight stabbed her. Everyone thought that she pushed her in front of the train or something. She was able to tap into the Nor. Unless... Or did she just so happen to conveniently actually travel back in time to the right time? Well, that's a good way to traumatize a high schooler. Does she get to interact with her great-grandfather, though? She's doing that. So she did actually get teleported back through time through a rift in the Noor. She pierced the veil through time and space. Amor Najma pierced it with her weapon. Well, go on. Uh, well, go on. Goodbye. And hello. That rock looked familiar. Well, now Naj, go on. Touch it. See what happens. She awakened his Noor. The Pango, you told me not to. So, what's gonna happen to the? It's gonna be her sash, isn't it? Doesn't seem to be enough though. I can't help but smile every time that family's on screen. Hmm. Look. Don't blow. That's how it ends? It should still have like 5-6 minutes left. Okay. So, you know how I said that this was the episode where we were gonna learn a lot of things, gonna be some twist revelations and all that, and it's gonna set up the finale? Yeah, it both did and didn't do that, because I've got no idea what's going to happen in the finale. Like, Cameron got his bioluminescent powers, though it seems to be taking the just the blue form of what Kamala's does, not rather than actually making his skin glow. So I figured he was going to get his powers in this series. I just didn't know how they were going to show it, given that Kamala's powers were changed as well. But it seems they've just given him, unless it was a light. I mean, technically, even if he does have Kamala's powers, he does still have a light-based attack. It's just, you know, hard light instead of a concussive blast or whatever it is. I don't actually know if he can shoot light with his powers. So all of the clandestines are dead. 2 of them got taken out by the red daggers. 2 of them got taken out by the veil, turning their body into this crumbly, rocky texture. That looks very well. Not once we saw it on Najma, I realized it wasn't as similar as I thought it was to Terrigenesis in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. However, it had to at least be an allusion to it. Like, they knew what they were doing with that. Right? I figured that the elements of the Null were going to leak out, like those tendrils that were firing out. I think that was going to be released into the atmosphere and start giving people powers. Sort of like the Terrigen in the water supply that gave Miss Marvel and all those people at the same time their powers. I figured that was what was going to happen, but in Pakistan instead of San Francisco. But again, still didn't happen. But yeah. So all our main antagonists, other than damage control, have been taken out. Kamala's fixed all the problems she had with her mother and that. Kamran and Bruno, I can't believe he actually didn't know what his name was. I thought he was fucking with him as well, but yeah. But they're currently being hunted by damage control. Nakia, she knows that Kamala is Miss Marvel, but we don't know what the fallout of that's going to be. We don't know what's going to if Zoe's going to make another appearance, because apparently in the comics they actually came back to being friends at the end of like the one of the arcs. So I'm wondering if that's going to happen in this show or not. It just feels like there's not much that needs to be done in the finale of this show. It's like wrapping up a couple of loose ends. Like, sure, there's the whole damage control thing, but I'm assuming that Kamala's going to be flying back to San Francisco now that everything's been reconciled with her family. That or Bruno or Nakia are going to message her, begging her to come home. But, yeah. I've got... Also, there's going to be something else to do with that Noor dimension. Like, it can't be completely dealt with by the end of the 5th episode. Can it? Like, the manga reveals to Kamala secrets about her family lineage. All it really did was show that Najma was the one who killed her great-grandmother, and that her, and a little bit of Aisha's spirit, was the stars that took Sana to her father. So, that's not really secrets, because a secret implies that someone else knows, but... or at least someone else knew. Sana didn't know it was her. Her father didn't know it was her. So... and the truth behind the veil. What truth? That it's a one-way trip? Maybe the clandestines were just barred from entering it again when they were banished. Who knows? I have a lot of questions, but also very confused. Because they could have ended this story, that episode. At least it feels like they could have ended it there, but they still got one more episode. Like, I see why the episode was so short. There wasn't a lot of content left to be told, and that's why I'm so confused as to how we at this point where it feels like the story could be wrapped up, but there's still a full episode left to go. And when she learns that Department of Damage Control is after Kamran and Bruno and that, is she going to call in that favor with, oh, I knew his name before it came up in the subtitles in the last episode, and now I can't remember it. Kareem, that's it. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in this finale. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But overall, I really enjoyed this series, don't get me wrong. But also, it feels like it's too happy for what you'd think of a Marvel installment. Like, you'd think there'd be some, like, more drama or more combat or something from Marvel. But no, this is just really tender family moments, some realistic family drama, a little bit of superhero stuff mixed in. Like, I once saw a post that said, Marvel doesn't make superhero movies. It makes genre movies that happen to include superheroes. Like how The Winter Soldier was a spy movie that happened to include superheroes. That Ant-Man was a heist movie that happened to include superheroes. From what I've heard of Thor Love and Thunder, I haven't seen it yet, but that's a rom-com that happens to have superheroes in it. This would be the teen drama that just happens to have superheroes in it. And for someone who doesn't normally like teen dramas, or really the drama genre at all, has been very much enjoying this, so anyway, I'm just rambling at this point, so I'll catch you in the next one.